So I just want to say something real quick before we go into our next segment. I was watching the Walking Dead finale last night, and I just got to say it was dreadful. I think I'm really convinced at this point that AMC is trolling us, and I'm just trying to figure out why no one ever had any sights on any of their guns. But anyway, I digress. There's a gun training program that's called the Most Realistic Gun Training Possible. Probably some of the people in The Walking Dead should be going to this training program. And it has actual real people, and you shoot real ammo at each other. It sounds like a felony, but take a look.
All right, you ready, Les? You ready? Any questions?
No.
All right, stand by. Stand by. All right, go ahead and go on in your house.
Hey, get out of my house! Get out of my house! Put the gun down! Get on the floor! Put the gun down! Drop the gun!
All right, go ahead and clear your weapon.
Our buddy Steven wrote a story about it for the Washington Free Beacon. He joins us live. What's going on, Steven?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing good, doing good. So, explain that to me, please, because I look awesome, I look cool as hell, but I still don't really know what's going on. So, break it down for me.
Yeah, well, this is a program called Troy's Gate,
Uh-huh.
and they're set up right now in North Carolina. Just got started, but basically what they do is they've developed this technology, this high-tech mirror film that they incorporate into their training. And so that's what you see when you see me shooting at that bad guy, that intruder, the guy with the shotgun. I'm not actually shooting at him. I'm shooting my actual concealed carry pistol, my Springfield XDS, with actual live 9mm ammunition, and he's shooting a real Remington 870 with live ammunition as well. But while it appears to your eyes, to your ears, to all your senses that person is right in front of you, and they're shooting a real gun right back at you, and you're shooting at them, in fact, it's completely safe, and you're both shooting at a mirror.
So simultaneously at the same time?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's set up angled. So when he looks like he's right in front of me, he's actually
really
off right.
Off to the right.
And there's
Gotcha.
a bulletproof barrier between us.
Oh, okay. So that would make for some pretty interesting competition. So basically, like you and a friend can go there and basically just shoot at each other.
Well, I think the way they've got it set up, honestly, the technology has unlimited number of applications. But the way they're doing it right now is high-end training. So they're training, civilians publicly. It's anyone watching can go and sign up for one of their classes on their website at Troy's Gate, and but they're also using it for military training and law enforcement training as well. So it's being used for real high-end hardcore training at the moment.
I mean, it looks. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it because I know you said it's like you're here and another person standing off to your right, and they use some fancy schmancy mirrors and then kind of create this environment. And so, is everything scenario based? Like you actually did this yourself?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's me. In the
That's
video
actually
there.
in your video. Okay. I wasn't sure. I think all guys with beards look alike. So
You could tell by how good my shooting was in my form that was clearly me.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Especially after the reload when you went to the knee and then you follow up with the shot. I thought that was pretty good actually. I was like, okay, it definitely couldn't be Steven. That's why I just ruled you out.
I see. No, but you're getting some really realistic training.
Yeah.
When you're doing this, because I think what I felt when I went through it, because I've done Israeli style training with shoot houses that use paper targets. I've done the video training that they use to show. They actually have a setup to show reporters like scenarios that police might get into, and they use video training, and you're using fake guns, but it's actors in a video. It's real people playing out scenarios, and then obviously range training with just regular paper targets. And I think this incorporates all the best aspects of those because you've got real people that you're going up against in different scenarios, but you're using real guns with real ammunition, and on top of that, you're being shot back at, and you can really feel the concussion of the shot, and you get the full sensation of the sound and the feel. It's really not like anything else out there.
Have you done force on force training with simunitions before?
I haven't.
You haven't? Okay.
I've done paintball, all that kind of stuff for fun, but
the reason I asked, I wanted you to analogize, to compare, contrast the two, and see if you got the same feeling. Because I've done that, but I've never done anything like this.
Yeah, no, I think it's really interesting because the thing is with most force on force, right? With simunition, was it UMC, the new stuff? It's real gun. They're using real guns, but they're modified
to shoot essentially
slides so that they can only shoot the simunition.
Yeah,
and you get something of a similar experience to. I have shot simunition.
Gotcha, but you
before, and it's similar to shooting a real gun, but not quite all the way there, of course. And when you're getting shot at, you've got a mask on, usually on, like a paintball mask, but more intense than that, and you as much as it's more realistic than shooting at paper, you're still more or less
you're shielded from the sensory perception, so to speak.
Right. And it's not you know that you're not really shooting a real gun at a real person. Like they're what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you have some of that with this. Like you can intellectually that you're not really shooting another human being. Obviously, you wouldn't want to do that unless you have to. But it's a lot harder to convince your basic instincts in this scenario, I think, that you're not really a threat by a real person because you're looking
right at some.
Yeah, I mean, it really is incredible how much this looks like someone is really standing.
I didn't even think about that component, because I've done, like you said, with force on force. You're not shooting a real gun. It's loud. It's loud-ish, but. And then even the recoil impulse isn't exactly the same. But then shooting your real gun and then looking at a live person at the same. Yeah, I mean, I think that pulls in as much sensory perception as possible without actually, like you said, the fear of actually being shot. But then again, at the same time, they kind of are shooting at you. You just don't have to deal with the physical repercussions of it. Right. And you do get that fear of being shot from the scenario. Like it's completely safe. I mean, I've seen some very bad training out there where people are in the line of fire, and it's training that's completely unsafe. They call them spetsnaz because no one's actually in the line of fire in this type of training. But the way your mind perceives all of this, the way what your senses are telling you, it really feels like you actually are in the line of fire, and that you're really shooting at someone. Like there's a great example of this in one of their setups. Where they have a long distance setup, right? That's meant to look like a roadblock or a guard point, and it's meant for long distance training. And so I was using a rifle with a scope, and through that scope, that really takes away any indication that this isn't a real life, that it's not really you're not really shooting somebody. You got the crosshairs right on a real person's face, and they're yelling at you. And it was very, very hard to pull the trigger, even if intellectually I knew that it wasn't really.
I'm really just shooting at a mirror that has a rubber backstock behind it, and I'm not actually going to hurt the guy. Because when you pull it, you got those sights lined up on a real human being. It's completely different.
I can tell in your attempts to really explain it that you're having you're struggling to really explain it because you're trying to explain something that you really have to just experience for yourself in order to really get it, which is making me even more intrigued about the level of importance that this type of training could afford. And so really quick, because we are technically out of time, where did you go to do this, and where can people go and do this?
So people can go to the Troy's Gate website and look up the available classes. It's only $250 for a full day of training.
Oh, wow.
By the way, doing this, which was another thing that I was kind of shocked by, because a basic pistol course that'll run you $150 for that. And this is sort of a next level, more advanced training, and it's $250. But they're doing it right now. It's available in Lenore, North Carolina, and Raleigh, North Carolina. There's 2 locations. They're also expanding. They're hoping to expand this, all over the place.
Yeah.
Because they're really just trying to sell the system, they've come up with. So hopefully it'll be elsewhere soon. I mean, it's at a number of military bases right now, but they are hoping to expand the civilian side of things. But right now you can currently get the training in North Carolina. So if people are interested, they can go and check their website and sign up that way. It's something that I would absolutely recommend.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for sharing your experience with that. I'm going to look into it myself, and then hopefully I can come back and report the same thing. Have you back on the show, we can talk about it.
Yep.
But thank you very much, Stephen, and you definitely have a good one.
Hey, thank you.
All right, man. Thank you for joining us today on Seeing Live. We'll look for you again tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern, right here on NRATV. I'm Colion Noir, and I'm out.